There's a saying in Dutch, slapen de honden maak je niet wakker, which means if a dog is sleeping, you're not gonna poke it because you don't know how they would react. And that is something that happens a lot on Twitter. Interesting, right?
Ooh, piece of candy.
It started off like this with Mark Andres, so I need to speak in code, so you have to pay a little attention. Has Tony ever lied? It is not accurate or fair to say that Tony, the director of National Institute of Allergy, Infectious and Diseases, and a leading expert in infectious diseases, has ever lied. Oh, so he's a pastor now. Tony is a highly respected scientist and a physician who can spend his career to improve public health and combat infectious disease. The next picture was kinda in. Raymond Shaw is the kindest, bravest, and most wonderful human being I ever known in my life. If you just Google just a little, it is revealed that the communists have been using Shaw as a sleeper agent who, activated by a post-hypnotic trigger, immediately forgets the assignment he carries out and therefore can never betray the operation either purposely or inadvertently. And I was like, is this maybe related to Tony? Like a Netflix show. Let me make you think a little much too. Elon comes with one of these first link. I click. Tony was not truthful to Congress about the party new documents appear to show. And I was like, why would you really? And I was like, just like that soldier that was captured in Korea. Everybody celebrated him, but then and again, he was a sleeper agent doing weird stuff. Why would he post such a thing? So if you actually read the document, which I will post in the description, is that while they did not support the whole idea of that PowerPoint project, no, they didn't like PowerPoint research. The problem is they weren't even sure if it was happening.
The viruses that they studied are on public databases now. So none of that was gain of function. So
how do you know they didn't do the research and not put it on their website?
There's no way of guaranteeing that, but in our experience with grantees, including Chinese grantees, which we've had interactions with for a very long period of time, they're very competent, trustworthy scientists. I'm not talking about anything else in China. I'm talking about the scientists that you would expect that they would abide by the conditions of the grant, which they've done for the years that we've had interactions.
So you don't think the Chinese would lie to you?
Well, when you say the Chinese are a rather broad group. I know the scientists that we've dealt with have been trustworthy.
You think all the scientists have told the truth in terms of the origin of the Wuhan virus and not been influenced by the Communist Party of China, do you?
I don't have enough insight into the Communist Party in China to know the interactions between them and the scientists, sir.
And all I have to do is suggest go look for some scientists that did not agree with the narrative and try to find them. That's all I can say. Just try to find them. Because China, we clearly know, is a place where the things that you put on the internet is a different thing. They don't have the same government. So the idea that you say, they are telling me the truth, I don't think they want to even tell you, because you can go to America. They can't. And this is gonna hit you even harder, because now we have almost no one seems to realize that the head of biotech at NIH, the person who's supposed to make sure that Tony behaves ethically, is his wife. And I'm like, yo, my brother, that doesn't make any sense. So we have suspicious things over there, you have suspicious things over here, and we cannot be sure about anything, as if there is no conflict of interest.
Don't you think that's problematic?
PowerPoint in this context is just another way of saying bioweapon. Some good nuggets in the article. Important to note that Tony authored the 2012 paper arguing for PowerPoint research. Obama wisely put this on pause, but Tony restarted it. Tony argued benefits of PowerPoint research outweighs the dance hall risk in 2012 paper. Like, it's worth doing the risk so something doesn't happen, and if it happens, we are ready for it. You weren't ready. You didn't even had enough mask a moment, and you actually said we don't need it, and then we needed it again. I remember that time. That's when I lost faith, and I was like, I don't want to feel like an experiment. And failure to abide to these new rules that you create that is not consistent, which is important when you want to do these experiments, I felt used. And that is when you broke the camel's back. My back.
Hey!
In an unlikable conceivable turn of events, what if the scientist becomes infected with the virus, which leads to a dance hall party and ultimately triggers the party? Many ask reasonable questions given the possibility of such scenario, however remote, all the way over there, it still came over here. Should the initial experiment have been performed and or published in the first place? And what were the process involved in this decision? We don't know because we are not the one paying the royalty money. Scientists working in the field might say, as indeed as I have said, that the benefit of such experiments and the resulting knowledge outweighs the risk. Yes, when you have a plan B if it got released. You didn't have it. I was still in Spain. Everybody locked down. Why the heck are people flying to UK, come to Spain, and you lock them in a 5-star hotel? Yeah, you're gonna stay inside. Vacation time. You paid for it, you knew it was there, you're still allowed to travel, waste some money, but you're not allowed to go on site. Amen. I was laughing my ass so much because this can't be possible. It's a joke. It is more likely that the dance hall party would occur in nature. I wish it was there. And the need to stay ahead of such a threat which you created and you weren't ahead is a primary reason for performing a training session that might appear to be risky. I don't know. Tony maintains that no US funding that went to the I didn't have a word, was directed to PowerPoint research, but he conceded that a congressional testimony that this week that it is impossible to guarantee that the research at did not use American funds to perform PowerPoint research on Chupacabra. Finally, Elon Musk said it on a public platform as if the guy didn't meme a lot to get people's attention. Now everybody knows it, so don't look at me. Because previously, if you post this on Twitter, shakatang kang, you're gone. Now they can't do that anymore. Now FBI can be like, yo, this is my platform too. So he ends it with this. Despite the glaring issues, Twitter nonetheless had an internal Slack channel on a rollicky called Fauci Fan Club. I'm like, how? Because you can just go to factcheck.org. A non-profit recently reported that in 2009, the National Institute of Health and many of its scientists received an estimate of $350 million in royalties for developing experimental treatment. Some kept the money, but Tony has said that he donates royalties he received to his charity. So you find payments from drug companies. We estimate that between fiscal years 2010 and 2020, more than $350 million in royalties were paid by third parties to the agencies and NIH scientists who are credited as co-inventors. They invented stuff. Tony, the director, received 23. That's a lot of money, that 350. And on a Monty Blaze's taxpayers' money, he receives 450. I'm like, yo. And then Francis receives something too. Oh my God, the power couple. Wife.
Because I represent science.
All I'm saying, if these practices was replaced with people, fruit, dirt, sun or whatever, something that you're providing for me, with these practices that you're suggesting, I would never trust you. Hey, you guys need to talk this out because I don't think I trust you. Yeah, and you're like, yeah, we talked it out. Between friends.
You do not know what you are talking about.
Who is that person? That's my wife. That doesn't work like that, dude. Come on. I can't be that crazy, man. You know? Anyway, man, I want to end it here. Have a nice day. Enjoy your day. See you guys in the next video. And hey, I wish you could bless me with a like, subscribe if you like the content. I just cover what I see that's kind of crazy. Because it reminds me that my life isn't that crazy sometimes. And it makes me feel good that at least I achieved something peaceful, you know?